Welcome back, disgruntled sports fans. Another week, another scripted top 10. We're going to start the list in Arizona. Kyler Murray is literally going to take this snap off of his face mask. Yes. I thought I've seen it all in the National Fixed League, but I think that's a new one. That's a new one. Having a player literally let the ball bounce off of his face mask on purpose to create a turnover, and then look at him just stare at the live fumble. Are you going to jump on that ball that just bounced off your face mask, or are you going to let that Titans player jump on it? So he lets the Titans player jump on it, and then he pretends to go for it once the Titans player already has it. So here comes the ball. He can see it. Now watch his hands instinctively start going up towards it. See? If he wants to, he can put his hands up there and catch the ball. You know, like he's supposed to do, but he's been told to let this ball hit him in the face. He's been told to create this hilariously ridiculous turnover on purpose. So he's going to let this ball hit him in the face. And then he's going to overreact with some really bad acting and pretend as though that just happened on accident. Whoa! I didn't mean for that to happen. Look at the way he throws his head back as if that ball was a bowling ball. Yeah, right, man. Come on, your head shouldn't be whipped back that far. Comical. Just comical. And then look at him stare at it. You should immediately be jumping on that ball. That's a live fumble. He's staring at it. He realizes once the Tennessee guy grabs it that it looks pretty suspicious that he hasn't dove on that ball yet. So then he makes a dive attempt once the ball's already recovered. See, the Tennessee guy is recovering the ball, and now he'll decide to take a dive. So here's something I see happen every single week, and nobody's really talking about it, so I'm going to expose it right now. You see these tight ends getting left open in goal line situations. In certain circumstances, like this one, the defenses will literally refuse to cover the tight ends. So I want you to keep an eye on this tight end right here, and keep an eye on this defender right here. So tight end starts heading into the end zone, and the Bucs defender points at him. Okay. And now he's in the back of the end zone getting open. Bucs defender still pointing at him. He's still pointing at him. And the tight end's sticking his hand up like, hey, nobody's covering me. It's almost as if this Bucs defender is like, hey, Sam, throw it to this guy right here. Sam, I'm leaving this guy open just for you, so you can throw an easy cupcake touchdown to this guy. Throw it to him, Sam. Pointing at the wide open guy. None of the Bucs players are going to go cover him. Watch. So Sam Darnold's like, okay, I guess, if it's going to be that easy. So Sam Darnold throws it to his wide open tight end in the back of the end zone. And here you have 4 Bucs players who literally just refused to cover that guy. And none of the fans notice. They all cheer as if the Seahawks did something amazing. Fanboys chalk this up to a blown coverage. Meanwhile, this player was just pointing at him the entire time while he got open. Okay. So later on in this same game, Sam Darnold is going to throw the game-losing interception. The score is tied 35-35, just under a minute left to go. Sam has a man wide open, heading towards the sidelines. That is the guy to throw to. He'll have an easy first down. He could make a huge gain with this play, and he could easily get out of bounds and stop the clock. That is the guy to throw to right there, Sam. But instead, Sam has been told to throw the game-losing interception. So he's going to choose to throw it right to the Bucks. Obviously, this guy right here was totally covered. He made it obvious that he's throwing it right to the Bucks. And now the Bucks are set up already in field goal range, set up to win the game, and they go on to do exactly that. Bucks win this game. So this week I spotted 2 doinks, and as always, I will consolidate the doinks into one spot on the list. Y'all know what time it is. Hit it. Well, I tried to tell you so, but I guess you didn't know. They've been messing with field goals, and there's magnets in the poles. You lied to me. All those field goals I thought were so real. You lied to me. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You lied to me. All those field goals I thought were so real. You lied to me. Now I cry. Now I cry, cry, cry. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Another ball hits the pole. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Return of the doink. Another ball hits the pole. Out of all the interceptions that I saw this week, I think Browning had the most obvious, purposely thrown pick. So you'll notice that he has plenty of time in the pocket. He's not under any pressure whatsoever. That's actually great protection. And he's got a guy over here he could throw it to. It is second down, so he could throw it to this guy over here if he needs to, if nobody's open. But instead, he's got other plans. You know, like throw it right to the Lions. Yeah, let's throw it to the guy who's triple covered. So obviously his receiver had no chance. Obviously he's throwing it to the Lions on purpose. Lions go on to win this game, of course. Big sister Trevor Lawrence had herself a heck of a game. Making plays all over the field. Scrambling out of the pocket. Now watch these 2 Chiefs linemen who could totally take this guy down right now, right? You see this guy pretend to trip, and now watch this guy, he's just gonna stick out his hand. Like, what are you doing, bro? Are you trying to touch Big Sister's booty? So you have this lineman pretending to trip, waving his arms around, and then this guy right here just sticking his hand out, just trying to touch Trevor's butt. Come on, man. You guys call that a tackle attempt? These 2 300-pound gigantic men not gonna make any sort of tackle attempt. All right, so you got this Chiefs player right here. He should be able to make a tackle, right? I mean, it's not like Trevor Lawrence is the most powerful, elusive quarterback that there ever was. But on this play, he is. So this Chiefs player decides to go for some of that sweet feet action. Taking a whiff of Big Sister's foot. Look at him. Ooh, I love the smell of Big Sister's foot. That guy literally has a foot fetish. Shocker! that type of tackle didn't work, yeah, you better not try and jump on his back and ride him to the ground. It's best to go down and sniff his foot instead. Way better than making the tackle. So Big Sister takes it into the end zone. Jags go on to pull off the big upset. So the Giants have this new quarterback, Jackson Dart. He won his first start, and now in his second start, he's going to show some serious potential. This guy could definitely be a future superstar quarterback one day. He shows all the skills necessary to be a great quarterback in the National Fixed League. Like on this play right here, look at all the time he has in the pocket. But he can't find anyone open, so Jackson is going to make a big play with his feet. Look at him. He stutter steps, decides he's going to try and scramble out of the pocket, and then he's going to purposely let go of the football and throw it on the ground. And then instead of diving on the ball that he just fumbled on purpose, he's going to make sure and let this Saints guy jump on it. Way to go, Jackson. I can see why Giants fans are so excited for this young guy. All right, so here is a closer look at the fumble. You can see Dart going to scramble, and then he just inexplicably lets go of the ball. And instead of jumping on it right away, he makes sure to let the Saints player jump on it first. And then this bad acting right here. Stupid, I'm so stupid. So on this play, you'll notice the Tennessee defense. All the defenders will come up to the line. They don't leave a safety back to protect, just in case the running back breaks through the line. Shocker, he breaks through the line. And since Tennessee doesn't have a safety back there to make a tackle, he's going to take this ball all the way to the house. Right? Well, sort of. No, you're kidding me. He's not going to do that thing where he lets the ball get knocked out of his hands just before he crosses the line, right? We're not going to see this 2 weeks in a row where a player has an easy touchdown in the bag but decides to lose the ball just before they cross the goal line. Tell me we're not going to see it happen again. There's his foot is just about to cross the goal line. Is it a touchdown? Is it a fumble? What is it? What happened? Let's take a closer look. All right, so from this angle, you can see just before the ball crosses the goal line, at the last possible second, he inexplicably starts to lose control of the ball. The ball's already starting to come out of his hand. And you see this Tennessee player didn't actually knock the ball out. So it's the Cardinals player who's purposely letting go of the ball as he's crossing the goal line. So there you see the ball comes out. Now, why wouldn't these ball carriers just make sure to secure the ball? Like, why wouldn't the coach just say, hey, make sure you secure the ball and do not let go and do not celebrate until you're in the end zone and the ref has signal that you've scored. Then you can let go of the ball and celebrate. Why wouldn't that be standard for every player in the league to just secure the ball? But no, now we've seen this happen 2 weeks in a row. You have a guy letting go of the ball before he crosses the goal line. Ridiculous. Back-to-back weeks this happens. And these are supposed to be the best players in the world who don't know how to secure the ball before they score a touchdown. Y'all, I am not kidding. The second half of this game is the most scripted half that I have seen all season. This play right here will demonstrate my point why. The Cardinals are going to do everything they can to blow this game. You got rookie quarterback scrambling around in the pocket. Watch this lineman right here make a pretend tackle attempt, going for some of that sweet feet action. Taking a whiff of Cam Ward's feet. Great job, Mr. Lineman. So Cam Ward finds an open man who plays for the other team. So Cam Ward has basically just thrown the game-losing interception, right? You got the Cardinals up right now by 9 points. This game is over, right? Not so fast, because the guy who just made the interception is going to purposely fumble the ball. And then this next player is going to purposely kick the ball into the end zone. And then it gets batted an extra time. Now the ball's in the end zone. Tennessee player jumps on it. and it's a touchdown. Wow. Are you kidding me? No. Touchdown, Tennessee. And Tennessee goes on to pull off the upset in this game. So here you can see the ball gets tipped, gets intercepted. So at this point, with a 9-point lead, just stay on the ground. Your team will take over and you can run out the clock. Game is over. The game is over. But instead he fumbles the ball. And then this player kicks the ball. Watch. Kicks the ball. Now the ball doesn't make its way into the end zone yet. So then the same player who kicked it bats it with his hand to make sure it goes into the end zone. And then the Titans jump on it. Wow. Of all the ways to score a touchdown, that has to be one of the most phony baloney touchdowns I have ever seen. And this isn't even the most scripted play of the week. I found one that is even worse. And of course, that brings us to the number one most scripted play of the week. And it has to be this play. We have arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. Arguably the best quarterback in the world, right? Patty Mahomes. Most people would consider him a top 3 quarterback or the top quarterback in the world, right? But on this play, he's going to look like some pathetic backup scrub quarterback who doesn't belong on the field, because he's going to throw it right to the Jags. Patrick, what are you doing, bro? You're supposed to be the best, right? Now, everybody makes mistakes. So Patrick Mahomes, being an athletic quarterback, he should get in there and make this tackle. He threw the pick, so he should go tackle that guy and stop this play dead in its tracks. So here he is, arguably the greatest quarterback in the world. And of course, he's a fast, athletic quarterback. Definitely not a small, tiny quarterback. So he should be able to make this tackle and make up for that mistake that he just made, right? Wrong. So he goes as low as he can possibly go, makes 0 attempt to make this tackle, literally lays down so he can get hurdled by the guy who just picked off the ball. Patrick, aren't you supposed to be like the best quarterback in the world, bro? What are you doing down there? You don't look like you're the best quarterback in the world on this play. So now the Jags are headed the other way. Let's watch this tackle attempt right here. Or lack thereof. Wow. And then look at him wave his arms around after he had that terrible tackle attempt. Is anybody going to tackle this guy and save the pick six from going down? So you got this player speeding up, number 80. He gets bumped out of bounds. But it looks like he could catch up to the ball carrier. It looks like he could dive right now and jump on his back and bring him down. So instead, he decides to try and knock the ball loose rather than go for the tackle. And then you have both Chiefs players at the very end, comically, like a couple of clowns, both of them fall down as the Jaguars player takes it into the end zone. Jags go on to upset the Chiefs. And that, my friends, is your number one most scripted play of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are still watching, please do me a big favor. Hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed with the bell notifications turned on. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.